Allison's big vacation almost didn't happen. And why does it always feel like if you're going to have a travel nightmare, it's on your way to vacation, not on your way home from vacation?
Yeah, because I was thinking, man, if the same thing happens on my way back, I'm going to be way more chill about it.
So what happened whenever you were headed out to San Diego?
So it was 2 weeks ago today. I'm leaving Austin from radio school. I'm about to get on a flight that's supposed to take me to Vegas, and then I have a connection in Vegas that's going to take me to San Diego. I'll arrive at like 6 p.m. at night. It's going to be perfect. Well, then I get to the airport and they're like, so some bad news. Your original flight to Vegas is delayed and now you're going to miss your connection.
Oh, no.
So the options that they gave me, they were like, you could stay in, or we could send you to Ontario. And I was like Canada? And they were like, no, it's supposed to be close by. So I look it up. It's 2.5 hours driving distance.
Oh, to San Diego.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't have a car. I'm not gonna fly and then rent a car. That's crazy. And they were like, well, our only other option is to get you in tomorrow. And I'm like, no, I want to start my vacation tonight. I want tomorrow to be a full day. This is just not what I planned. So I'm like racking my brain through my options because I asked them, I'm like, can you get me on a different airline? And they said, we don't partner with any other airlines. And I'm like, I miss the good old days when everyone did work together. But, it's fine. So what I decide to do is I browse through. I see what other flights are going to leave Vegas where I'm already going and get to San Diego that night. And I find one on a different airline that's a later flight. I'm like, that should buy me enough time to get my bag that I got to check, get it in Vegas, go back through TSA, and get on this flight to San Diego to get there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's a whole hassle.
It's a very big hassle.
Having to go through security, recheck your bag on your new airline. Like, my goodness.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I decided to do. So I call the airline I'm booked with, and I'm like, hey, I need you to reimburse me for the second leg of my flight because that's not going to happen. And I book this other flight and spend money there. So then I'm on the flight flying to Vegas, and we're about an hour from touchdown in Vegas. And I'm getting anxious because I'm like, am I going to make my connection after all this?
Yeah.
Like, it's cutting it close. And they go, good news for everyone who's going to San Diego tonight. They're holding the plane for you.
Oh, my gosh.
So if I would have done nothing, I would have been fine. But instead, I'm scrambling, freaking out, waiting for my bag to come. The terminal I arrived in is not the same terminal that my new plane is going to leave out of. So I've got to Uber from the one terminal to the new terminal. I'm sweating like crazy, trying to run through TSA. I barely make my connection, but I made it to San Diego.
What is your travel nightmare story? My gosh, and how frustrating was it whenever you figured out that you could have done nothing, caused yourself absolutely no stress, and been fine?
It made me wish I was a type B person and not a type A who had to take control of the situation. It's like, dang, the type B's won today.
Ashley says they are actually legally bound to find you flights on other airlines. So next time that this happens, put your lawyer cap on and let them know what they're legally bound to do.
I thought I was so smart by asking, and they were like, we don't partner with any other airlines.
So my biggest nightmare was definitely the day that I flew to Florida to meet you and our old boss. I was flying out of Cleveland, Ohio. I hit the worst rainstorm I'd ever hit on my way up. My flight was at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I got to the airport at like 5, which should have been enough time, but something was going on with the shuttle system to get you from the parking lot to the airport. I waited for like half an hour in the parking lot for the shuttle to show up. Ended up missing my flight. I ended up being stuck in Atlanta for like 8 hours, didn't get in for like 8 hours after I was supposed to get in and meet everybody. I thought I had ruined my chance at that job. It was the worst. But Jesse, you have a travel nightmare story too.
Yeah, so when I went to go buy my daughter's pink Jeep, I went to fly out from Jackson, and as soon as we went to take off, the plane had a problem, and we had to land back again. They said the landing gear was stuck down, so they wouldn't let anybody off the tarmac. I'm like, I have like 40 minutes in between when I get to Dallas to catch a connecting flight to Oklahoma, and we sat there, and I missed the flight before we even left Jackson. So when we arrived in Jackson, it's like, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning, because this was a 5:30 a.m. flight. And we got there trying to get the money back, and the girl next to me from Brandon was supposed to be seeing Taylor Swift in Denver. and they couldn't get her on a plane till 8 o'clock at night. The concert started at 6.
Oh, no. What a horrible situation.
And her phone died out, and she had to use my phone charger that I had portable with me, and she's calling her boyfriend, and he's telling her that's why he went the night before, and he was already in Denver, and then she was stuck there.
What a jerk.
She had the tickets, but she had the tickets. $5,000 worth of tickets. And I could hear him just yelling. And I had to rent a car to drive to Oklahoma, which was 5 hours away.
What a nightmare, Jesse. Thanks for sharing with us. Victoria, glad you called. What happened to you?
Not much to add to my text that I sent you guys. I was at the airport flying to San Diego from Jackson. My flight canceled while I'm at the gate.
Ugh.
So I had to call my husband, rebook my flights, get home. I think my flight was delayed again the next day, but finally get to San Diego. Was going to fly out Saturday to come back home, and my flight canceled coming out of San Diego.
No, so you already had to deal with this going on your vacation, and now you've got to deal with it again coming back.
Yes, and then they're like, oh, we're going to reroute you instead of going through Dallas. We're going to send you through Charlotte. So I had to bypass Jackson to come home.
Oh, no.
That is crazy, Victoria.
And while I'm in Charlotte, they keep delaying the flight coming home. To the point I had to contact my boss and say, look, you're going to have to get somebody to drive for me because I'm getting home at 3 in the morning and there's no way I can drive the bus at 6 in the morning.
Gosh, Victoria, thanks for sharing that story with us.
You're welcome. Y'all have a great day.
Yeah, you have a great weekend. Olivia was trying to fly back from Vermont. She says our flight to Jackson had to be delayed to Houston. And when we landed, they wouldn't tell us if we would be able to fly back that night until about midnight. Then they had us go to the ticket counter in front to try to get hotels, which took forever. So we got to pass out and wake up at 4 a.m. because the flight they put us on left at 6 a.m. the next day.
That's exactly what I didn't want to do. That's what I was trying to avoid in my flight nightmare situation.
Adam and Allison in the morning.